Have you ever wondered how a small group of islands became one of the most powerful nations in history? From mysterious early settlers to mighty empires that ruled a quarter of the world, Britain's story is full of conquest, innovation, and transformation. In this video, we're going to explore who first colonized Britain, how the nation was formed, how it grew to global power, and what made it one of the most influential countries in history. Britain wasn't always the powerful nation we know today. Long before the British Empire ruled a quarter of the globe, these islands were home to some of the earliest human settlers in Europe. Archaeological evidence shows that Paleolithic humans roamed Britain tens of thousands of years ago, hunting and foraging across a land that was very different from today. By the time Celtic tribes arrived, Britain was already home to complex communities with their own languages, traditions, and kingdoms. But the true transformation began in 43 AD, when the Romans invaded under Emperor Claudius. They brought roads, towns, and governance, and for almost 400 years, Britain was part of the Roman Empire, known as Britannia. Roman influence left lasting marks, from walls like Hadrian's to city layouts that survive today. After the Romans withdrew in the 5th century, Britain entered a period of migrations and invasions. Anglo-Saxons, followed by Vikings, settled across the land, each leaving their own cultural imprint. These waves of settlers laid the foundations of the modern British identity, blending languages, laws, and traditions. The Norman Conquest in 1066 was a turning point, uniting much of England under a centralized monarchy and introducing new systems of governance, architecture, and culture. Over the following centuries, England expanded its influence, gradually bringing Scotland into a union and establishing a more unified nation. Monarchs like Henry VIII and Elizabeth I played crucial roles in strengthening the state, consolidating power, and projecting influence beyond the islands. Britain's growth in power was fueled by a combination of strategic trade, technological innovation, and military strength. The expansion of overseas trade routes brought wealth, while the development of a powerful navy allowed Britain to protect its interests and control key global ports. Advances in agriculture and industry supported population growth and urbanization, creating a strong economy that could sustain both domestic development and colonial expansion. Britain's political stability, compared to many European rivals, gave it an advantage in forming alliances, financing wars, and exerting influence across continents. Over time, these factors combined to turn Britain from a small island nation into a global superpower with influence in nearly every corner of the world. By the late 15th and 16th centuries, Britain was fully engaged in global exploration. English navigators charted new territories, establishing colonies in the Americas, Africa, and Asia. Trade, conquest, and settlement laid the groundwork for what would become the British Empire, a network of colonies and dominions that spanned the globe. The Industrial Revolution further amplified Britain's power, transforming it into the world's leading economic and technological force. Steam engines, factories, and railways gave the nation an edge in industry and transport, while the Royal Navy ensured dominance at sea. Britain's influence didn't stop with politics and economics. It extended to culture, law, and language. Today, English is spoken worldwide. Parliamentary systems are modeled on British governance, and British literature, music, and traditions continue to shape global culture. From small islands inhabited by scattered tribes to a global empire, Britain's story is one of conquest, innovation, and adaptation. The journey from prehistoric settlers to global superpower is a testament to resilience, ambition, and the unique forces that shaped the nation. The fascinating journey of Britain from its earliest inhabitants to a nation that reshaped the world. Understanding this history gives us perspective on how power, culture, and ambition can transform even the smallest of nations into a global force. If you enjoyed this dive into Britain's past, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more videos exploring the incredible stories of our world's history.